Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I got two videos and two liberal women I want to talk about, two liberal Democrat women that I want to talk about in these two videos. Both of these videos are right down below. It took me a little while, but I found both these videos so you can watch them, or I'll put them right on top and I'll label them so you guys could watch them. These two are now. If you watch my channel, you know I am a liberal Democrat. I actually, the first time I ever voted, I've told you guys this before. The first time I ever voted, I'm embarrassed to say this. I voted for Ronald Reagan back in 1984. The very first time I voted, 18 years old. You know what? And back then, I was probably like Trump supporters today. You know, I thought he was tough. I thought it made me look like I was wealthy, like I was going to be wealthy when I got older, you know, and I was a tough guy, taking a tough stance on it. And really what I did was vote against my own best interest because I needed a loan for the school I was going to at the time, the college, and I actually voted against my own best interest. Looking back, I was an idiot, and that's what I think Trump supporters are doing today. But I'm getting off topic here. Okay, so I am a liberal Democrat, and I want to kind of critique these two videos and what these two women did and said in their videos. Like I said, they are liberals and Democrats like me. But I got some comments and critique about what they did and said, and I'm not really cool with all of it. Or I wouldn't have done it myself. Let's just say that. Okay, the first one is Marla Rose. She's a liberal left activist. Marla Rose, 57 years old, from the Berwyn area of Chicago, and she apparently lives right within 10 minutes of Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes' address got doxxed online, so it was known where he lived, and she realized she lived 10 minutes from him. She was upset about what Nick Fuentes posted online. As you all know, you probably know, right after Trump won, he posted that about women. He posted, "Your body, my choice." All right, and that offended a lot of women. He also posted that there'll never be a woman president. It's not a glass ceiling. It's made of effing bricks, and there'll never be a woman president. That's another quote by Nick Fuentes. You know what? When I look at a guy like this, you know, I just see a little whiny douchebag that's probably doesn't have much down below the belt. And I would bet. I bet everything in my bank account that's his situation. I read somewhere too that he actually still lives in his mother's basement. I swear to God. You know, it sounds like one of those things, like one of those rumors, but I think it's a true story. Anyway, she went to his house, and she didn't. The article's down below, so you can read it yourselves. But the gist of it is, she went to his house, and it seems like she didn't really have a game plan. And as she was standing there figuring out, she started taking a video. Another woman pulled up, and that woman said, you know, they started talking, and that woman said, "Is this where that douchebag lives?" So it was another woman that was angry at Nick Fuentes, and God bless him, I don't blame him. Like I said, after my father died, I grew up looking out for my mom, my sister. I've always gotten along good with women. I've always had a lot of respect for women. I've always been very comfortable with women. Anyway, so it sounds like the other woman that pulled up kind of taunted Marla Rose into going and ringing the doorbell, which I don't think it was really a great idea, because when you're confronting people on the right, you know, it's known that these people are all packing. You know, and like in Florida, I see stories almost every month or every week in Florida with this stand your ground nonsense, where some white guy will go up to a person of color and start questioning them why they're in the neighborhood. The person of color, God forbid the person of color looks or acts dangerous in any way, and they end up getting shot, and then the white person ends up claiming self-defense and stand your ground rules. And so it's always a dangerous thing, I think, going up to any person on the far right. It really is. So she goes up and rings the doorbell, and she doesn't get much out. I think she starts to say hello, And you hear her say, she's holding the camera, but you can't really see. And you hear her say, "What are you doing? What are you spraying?" And he sprays her with pepper spray, and then he pushes her down the stairs. I guess she ended up with some bruises. He should be thrown in jail for this. I don't see how that's not assault. I don't know if she's not pressing charges. I don't know if it's under investigation or what, but Nick Fuentes should be freaking in jail for this. Okay, and then he grabs her phone. It fell on the ground when he sprayed her, and then he pushed her down the stairs. And he brings it inside, and you see his little teen boy body standing there looking down. It looks like something out of a horror movie, looking down at the phone. He picks the phone up and shuts it off. And that's that video. Yeah, Nick Fuentes and his incel followers, a bunch of whiny little insecure boys. Okay, let's talk about the next lady. She's a teacher. I don't have her name. The video's down below again. She is a special education, or was a special education teacher in Cheshire, Connecticut, which is only about 10 minutes from where I'm sitting right here. Like I said, this is a big story in Connecticut. I think the Cheshire Police Department is still investigating this. To sum it up, you can watch the video right down below. It's from X, and I'll have it right down below. She's very upset. It's the day of the election, or day after the election, and Trump won. And she honestly, she feels like me. She feels like millions of other people. But she said a lot of things that she said stuff out loud that a lot of people, most Democrats, most people on the left are thinking, but they don't actually say. You know, she talked about what she would do to Trump supporters, that she would hunt them down, basically. She made basically she made some threats in this video. Like I said, you can watch yourself. I can't really even say what she said in this video if I don't want to get demonetized. Now, here's the thing. She apparently, this was a private video. I don't know if she was just sending it. I'm still a little hazy on how Snapchat works. I don't know if the videos delete themselves after a certain period. But she was supposedly sending this to one or more private people. Now, here's the thing. I watched this video, and to me, it really sounds like she's talking to Trump supporters. To me, that doesn't quite ring true. I mean, like I said, I agree with her, and I'm on the same side as her. But what she said, it was stupid. It wasn't stupid, but you really got to have more control of yourself, you know, before you go online. She's younger than me, and even I know at 58 years old, I know better than to say things like this online, you know, especially if you're a teacher. And the way she says it, she says it like she's actually talking to Trump supporters, like she's saying, why don't come around me, or if you F around and you'll find out, kind of stuff is what she's saying. It sounds like she's directly threatening Trump supporters. Like, to me, it sounds like she knew this video was going to be watched by Trump supporters. Now, like I said, I'm on the same side as her, but I'm just trying to get to the truth of, I just wanted the truth of what happened, what was intended here. So somebody made a screenshot video of this video, and then shared it on X over and over again. And it's made the rounds. This teacher has now lost her, or she's been put on leave from her teaching job. I assume she's been fired. The Cheshire Board of Education basically said, there's no way that they can continue teaching kids in this atmosphere with this distraction being there. And, so they had to put her on leave or let her go. And the Cheshire Police Department is investigating her for the threats. Like I said, it was not a very smart thing to say online. I think a good portion of us on the left are thinking this and feeling this, but most of us know better than to make a video, even if you're just sending it to one person. Like they say, stuff, once you put stuff online, it's there forever, man. Even if you delete it 2 seconds later, once you put it out there, it's out there, man. And if you're a special education teacher, it really wasn't the wisest thing to do. It was very short-sighted on her part. Even though, like I said, a lot of us, including me, feel like she feels. but it was not the smartest idea to put that into words and put it into video and make it actual evidence against herself. That was not very smart. All right, that's what I have to say about those 2 videos. Like I said, the links will be down below. I'm going to be back in a little while with another video today. You guys have a great Friday.